Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this almost the shortest day of the year, the 20th of December. Hope you're doing well, and thank you all very much for your very kind messages over the last week. I really appreciate it. And got a nice practice, nice kind of all over yoga practice today. So as always throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us start in a seated position, sitting up nice and tall, closing your eyes, slowing down, and just bringing yourself into the present moment. Becoming aware of yourself sitting on your mat. Aware of your seat bones, aware of your spine, feeling it open up to its full extent as you sit up nice and tall. And then letting that focus go to your breath, inhaling through your nose, filling your belly. Pause, and then exhaling through your nose. Extending that exhale, making it maybe twice as long as your inhale, a nice steady flow of breath as we take 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes, and let's make our way onto our mat. If you are comfortable kneeling, kneel. If this isn't comfortable for you, you kneel up like this. So whichever suits you better. But in this position, again, focusing on your alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, sitting up nice and tall here. And then let's raise up, raising the arms at the same time. And then coming down into our tabletop, rounding through the spine to a cat pose. And then taking it through to a cow. And pushing back into a child's pose. Keeping the knees about hip width apart here. And coming back into the starting position. And then let's inhale, rising up. Exhale through to cat. Inhaling into cow. And exhaling back to your extended child's pose. And then coming back to your kneeling position. And again, inhaling, rising up. Exhaling through to cat. Inhale into your cow. And exhale to your extended child's pose. Let's roll through that twice more. Just working with your own breath and your own time. Don't worry if you get mixed up with where you inhale or exhale. It really doesn't matter. Just go with your breath. Close your eyes maybe, just connecting with your body and your breath. And one final round through. And let's meet back in our tabletop. Lining up those shoulders over the wrists, hands open nice and wide, just fingertips on the mat as you press away from the mat. Hips over knees, feet straight out behind you. Let's just do a couple of cat-cows here again, synchronizing with your breath. And becoming really aware of your spine and how it feels as it flows through these two extremes. And then coming back to stillness. And from here, lifting up the left hand, raising it up, follow it with your gaze. And bringing that left hand down, let's draw the right arm up. Trying to line up so the shoulders are stacked on top of each other. And bringing the hands down. Let's once again come into a child's pose, this time with the arms behind you, letting the whole spine round as you take 2 breaths here. And then coming back into your tabletop as we curl our toes, preparing for our downward dog. So pushing the hips back to the heels, lifting the knees away from the mat, and then slowly making your way up, getting the spine into position first. So pushing the hips back, pressing away from the mat with the hands, and then pedaling those feet, those legs, as you slowly start to wake up the muscles and begin to stretch them in the backs of your legs until you're ready to come to stillness. And then let's take 3 breaths here. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, gaze towards the belly button. Let's stretch that right leg out behind you and step it through, rising up here to come into a warrior 1. So the right knee is over that right ankle, the left foot facing, well, as much as possible towards the front of the mat, but all of your the full weight on the foot, so it's evenly distributed across the foot. And then with your hands on your hips, square up your hips. And as you square your hips, you should just feel that back leg get an extra stretch. And again, thinking of your alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Raise the arms up, making sure they run up past your ears. And let's take 3 breaths here. Keeping the knee over the ankle. And then let's step this left foot across so we line up our heels and bring it into our warrior 2. So remember, in warrior 2, we want the front of the body facing the long side of the mat, this knee still over the ankle, arms in a T. So you're just gazing out over that right hand. Keeping the shoulders soft, they can begin to tense here. And then with the left hand, bringing it to the front, bringing the hands into prayer as you step that left foot up, shifting the weight into the right foot. We're going to come into our tree pose. So bringing your left foot either onto your calf or your thigh, whichever you prefer, but try to keep that knee at a right angle. Finding your point of stillness, softly gazing at a point. Maybe raising the arms up and out. Softness in the shoulders, finding that alignment. Let the core help you. And remember, press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot just to give you that extra stability. And one more breath here. And bringing the hands back into prayer, releasing that left foot down. Let's sweep the arms up over the head, coming down to a forward fold. And from here, with the hands on the mat, stepping it back into your downward dog again. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then raising the left leg up, let's step it forward, bending this left knee as you do, so it's over the ankle, and rising up into your warrior 1 on this side, squaring up those hips. Checking in with your alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, arms running up past your ears. Remembering as you exhale, engaging that core. And then stepping this right foot across, lining up those heels. Keeping this knee over the ankle, just watching that it doesn't fall out or in. And then with the torso facing that long side of the mat, arms in a T, and then looking out over that left hand. Softening the shoulders, engaging the core. One more breath here. And then bringing that right hand over as we step the right foot up and shifting the weight into that left leg. Let's draw the right foot up to come into our tree pose, keeping that knee at the right angle so your hips are opening. Finding your gaze point and your stillness. And then bringing the hands down into prayer at the chest, letting that right foot come down. Feet hip width apart. Let's raise the arms up past the ears, raise the gaze. Pretending we've got like a beach ball in our hands. Let's just draw back a little bit. And then from here, sweeping the arms out to the side, let's come down into a forward fold. And thinking about connecting the lower rib cage with the thighs. Each breath just helping you get a little bit deeper. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then bringing the hands onto the hips, just draw the torso up to halfway. Keeping that gaze on the mat, let the elbows look at each other. So your chest is open. And coming back down into a forward fold with each exhale, just getting a little bit deeper. And drawing all the way up, bringing those arms up past the ears, raise the gaze. And again, sweeping down, forward fold. And bringing the hands onto the hips, lengthen through the spine as you raise the torso up to halfway. Elbows looking at each other. And through to forward fold again. And from here, let the hands come down onto the mat as we step that right leg back and rise up to a low lunge, having this right knee back as far as it can go. Raise the arms up, low lunge. And one more breath here, remembering with each exhale, drawing up the pelvic floor, belly button in and up. And then bringing the hands down, let's step that right foot up so that your feet are hip width apart, coming back down into your forward fold. One more breath here. And let's step the left leg back again. Just making sure you're getting a nice stretch in the left quad as you do. And a nice extension of the hip. Softening the shoulders. One more breath here. And bringing the hands down, let's once again step that left foot up. Coming into your forward fold once again. If you find it helpful, you can always bring your hands onto the backs of your legs to help you deepen that forward fold. Bringing the hands down onto the mat. Let's step the right leg back, rising up to a low lunge for one breath. And then bringing the hands down either side of the foot, we're going to step back into a plank. Having the shoulders over the wrists, the softness in the elbows. One more breath here. And coming down on your knees, feet, chest with your elbows in and then your belly. And let's draw the forehead and chest away from the mat. And pushing up here, let's make our way into our downward dog. And walking the feet up to meet the hands as we once more come into our forward fold. And then stepping the left leg back for our low lunge. Taking it through to our plank. And coming down, knees and feet, chest and belly, and once more lifting up into your little cobra. And pushing on up through tabletop into your downward dog. And walking those feet up to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart, coming all the way up to stand. Good, let's do a little flow through our sun salute, just taking a breath with each pose, raising the arms up, raise the gaze. Sweeping down, forward fold. Hands onto the hips for your halfway lift this time. And forward fold. Yeah, let's get that right leg back for our low lunge. Through to our plank, just for one breath. And coming down, knees and feet, chest and belly, lifting into cobra. And pushing on up to your downward dog. Stretching the right leg up Let's step it through, low lunge. And into your forward fold. Coming all the way up, raising the arms up with the gaze. Coming through to a forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Let's step that left leg back. Low lunge. And into your plank. Making your way down onto your mat to lift into baby cobra. And through to your downward dog. With your left leg out behind you, step it through. Low lunge. And forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up, bringing those hands into prayer at the chest, taking a breath. And forward fold again here. This time making your way down onto your back. And from here, hugging those knees into the chest, just take a gentle sway from side to side. Letting the feet come down onto the mat. The legs stretch out long. And the feet flop out to the side. With your arms down by your sides, palms facing upwards. Softening the body, releasing all tension as you let go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And take a moment for gratitude for whatever you're feeling particularly grateful for today. And then let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. Letting your focus remain on your breath for the next few minutes.